My name's Luke Johnston. I'm a juvenile probation officer in Ottertail County here in the Ottertail County Probation Department. It means that we supervise juvenile offenders that are placed on supervised probation by the court. So we supervise petty offenders, delinquent offenders, all ranges of offense levels, petty misdemeanors, all the way up through the felony level. I think the overall goal here with Ottertail County Probation is really reducing recidivism, so making sure that our clients are not re-offending, not re-entering the juvenile justice system, hopefully trying to keep them from coming into the adult system. I got into probation kind of by accident. I went to school for social work and my focus was on school social work, and my advisor really pushed me to try something different. I didn't really know anything about it, just kind of went out of my way and tried something different. I really enjoyed working with the high-risk population. I enjoyed being able to be in the office, in the courtroom, at the schools, in the community. Kind of got to be all over the place and kind of involved in a lot of different things. I got a phone call the other day from a client that had been struggling with family relationships, dropped out of school, was kind of bouncing back and forth between houses, and he made a decision that he needed to move away from his environment. He picked up as an 18-year-old and relocated to a different city. I was able to kind of put him in touch with an employment company. They helped him out to get a job. He got an apartment. I talked to him a week after he had moved there, and he said, "This is the best week of my life." And I think there's a lot of stories like that. That's kind of the beauty of it, is that you get those stories all the time. I think it's really important, if you're going to get into this field or you have an interest in being a probation officer, that you really have to have the right mindset. Having a real heavy law enforcement mindset. We've learned that incarcerating people does not change behavior. In order to change behavior, we really have to work with the individuals to think about decisions, to think about their decision process, to make a change and to break kind of the cycle. But we can't incarcerate away problematic behavior. It doesn't work. We really have to be out there working with individuals on decision points, decision making. Where can we affect change? How can we help you to break that cycle? So in order to qualify for a job in the probation field, there are some requirements that the Department of Corrections sets out, and they require a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, corrections, social work, law enforcement, those types of fields. They also require a 440-hour internship. Those don't have to be done through the Department of Corrections. 440-hour internship can be done in a probation department at a county level, at a state level. It could even be done at a federal level. A lot of times employers will also accept similar backgrounds or experiences too. So if you've worked in a juvenile correctional facility, or maybe if you've worked at a jail, maybe if you've done case management for a mental health provider, those types of things can also count towards that 440-hour internship experience. My experience at Ottertail County so far has been fantastic. Since I've been employed here, I've had the opportunity to attend a lot of professional trainings. Our department really takes pride in engaging the employees in the process of change and really getting input on what do we need to do at kind of that micro, macro, and meso level to kind of impact change in the community. It's not just one single approach. It's highlighting the strengths and talents of all the individuals that we have, and bringing all those things together and kind of collaborating as a unit, as an organization, and as a county to really make change, not just in Fergus Falls, but in Ottertail County and all the communities that we serve. So I grew up in Fergus Falls, graduated from Fergus Falls High School in 2000. After I graduated, I moved to Duluth, went to school in the Duluth area for a couple of years, finished my bachelor's degree in social work at Minnesota State University in Mankato. I have been in Mankato for the last 15 years, and just kind of on a whim decided it was time to move back home and move the family back here. We thought a lot and talked a lot about how great it was to grow up in Fergus Falls and in Ottertail County. We came back home last summer and visited and just had a blast, and kind of being back in town, you remember and see all these things that trigger other memories about what it was like growing up here, and that was really kind of the moment for me when it was like, all right, it's time to go back home.